If you're changing the world, you're working on important things, then you should be excited to get up in the morning. Remember, some people dream of success while other people get up every morning and make it happen.
I love my models.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to another episode of The Morning Whiff. I am Tafara and I'm joined by the lovely Karin Coric from Top Model Agency.
Good morning.
Karin, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
So Karin, tell me about yourself. Just a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Karin Coric from Top Model Zimbabwe. We are the official partners to European Top Model. And last year I was voted Businesswoman of the Year.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
That's a little bit about me.
All right. Quick question. How did you get started? How did you get into modeling?
I got into modeling many years ago. When I was a 16-year-old girl.
Wow. At a young age.
Very young age. And modeling is, girls are starting modeling from as young as 13 these days. So I was 16 and I joined an agency here in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
And then I traveled to the United Kingdom, where I took up modeling professionally.
Oh, okay.
I had an agency there, and then that agency then took me on as a booker for them. So I worked part-time as a model and as a booker at the agency.
Wow, interesting stuff. What drove you into modeling? Was it a passion, was it a calling, or was it just like somebody saying, you know what, Karin, you look like a model, come through, let me groom you?
Well, I think it started off with people saying, you look like a model. I'm very tall. I'm nearly 6 foot tall. So people would say, like, you're really tall. You should be a model. And so I decided, like, I would try my luck. But I did always want to be a model. I think lots of girls want to be a model when they're young.
That's true. That's very true.
So yeah, I did have a passion for it and a hunger to be a model.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So what drives you? What pushes you to keep on being a model, to open Top Model Agency?
Passion. I love the industry. I love the diversity of the industry. I love my models. I love seeing new talent, and it just gives me such a joy to get new models and to see them as young newbies, and they grow into these amazing models on billboards or on the cover of magazines and watch their careers grow.
What do you think of the modeling industry in Zimbabwe? Seeing that you've served such a long time in it and you've helped groom a lot of models, some who've gone to win prestigious awards.
Yes.
What do you think of the industry?
Zimbabwe has a lot to learn, and Zimbabwe needs change. That is what we are so desperate for. In the modeling industry, we need change. Models have got to understand that models, if they want to grow in the industry, they need to look at the bigger picture. Okay, models in Zim look at the here and now. So I will do a freelance job for a small amount of money, and that's for the here and now. If you want to grow your career as a model, you need to get yourself an agency. You look at any big star or any big model or anybody that is successful, all of them have a management and an agency. They're not freelance. You don't talk to their auntie about payments and things like that. Agents talk to agents, and that's how the industry works. That's how it works everywhere in the world. But in Zim, there's this whole pool of freelance models that basically kill the industry because they don't abide by set standards or their work. So they do things they do jobs that for hardly anything. Whereas they could be earning so much more if they stopped doing that and got themselves good agencies that would push them not only to be good in Zimbabwe, but push them to be better in the world, like to move on and have international careers.
When did you start Top Model Agency?
So Top Model was started in 2013.
Wow.
But I had an agency before that under a different name because it was a franchise linked to another international agency. So I had so when I was 21 and I came back to Zimbabwe, I opened an agency as a franchise of an international agency.
You were already linking with international agencies
yes,
at that age.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
And we were, that time African models were being very, well, they still are, but they were being very sought after.
Yeah.
And so my job for them was to scout models from Africa and talent from Africa and push them into the rest of the world.
So how do you pick your models? Like, what do you look for in terms of their physique or their character? What is it that you look for exactly when it comes to models?
Well, we look for uniqueness. Okay. We look for girls and guys that have a unique look. All right. Obviously, we look for models that have the standard criteria, but uniqueness is the key. Somebody that is different, somebody that is interesting to look at, somebody that has just that little extra something, that presence about them.
So do I possess that presence?
You do. That's why you're sitting here.
Oh, thank you. You that people
and I know you have an agency, which is
yes, true.
who's groomed you well.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So now I get to ask you this question.
Yeah.
What are the notable achievements or milestones that you have achieved or overcome in this modeling industry? I mean, let's be honest, modeling in Africa, modeling and makeup in Africa and Zimbabwe, it's a bit of a backward industry, if I could say. It's not yet advanced to its full potential like South Africa or Nigeria or Ghana. So what are your notable achievements, not just in Zimbabwe, but beyond Zimbabwe as well, seeing that you've been to the UK?
Oh, well, we've got models that are doing very well on the international platform.
Wow.
Like I say, we are the official partners to European Top Model, and I mentor models for a big international agency when they do their international model search. And so we've got girls that are doing really well in the States. We've got girls that are doing and guys that are doing really well in Europe and in South Africa as well. So our game is to really find the talent and try and move the models into the international market so that they can have international careers. My goal is not to find models and keep them here at my agency in Zimbabwe and not expose these beautiful people to the rest of the world. So we've got girls that are doing very well. I've got one girl in particular who's doing very well in the States. She has a billboard on Times Square.
Wow, New York Times Square.
In New York Times Square.
Wow.
She's been on the cover of many top magazines. And she's really doing well. And she came to me as a 15-year-old girl from Chisipiti, and she's just a really
you
taken
groomed her to be something, and to be on a billboard on Times Square, New York.
Absolutely. Obviously that billboard is signed with a big brand, obviously.
Wow, that is major.
Major. So that's what we're trying to do, is get the girls and guys, groom them here, groom them for the international market. We don't want, obviously they need experience here, but ultimately it's our goal to get them careers and opportunities in the international market.
You've actually answered my next question. I was about to ask, what's next for Top Model? What's your vision?
Oh, what's my vision for Top Model?
Yeah, in the next 2 years or 5 years,
Well, we are, I think, the largest agency in Zim, by far. And so, we want to grow our international connections more. We want, like I say, we want to push more models into Europe, and the world is becoming, the modeling industry is changing in the way we look at things now, because now we have the internet.
Yes.
Which is also makes modeling very, very different, because it makes the world a village.
Yeah, a global village.
Exactly, and through the internet, we're getting our models to be seen much more quickly than they used to be seen. Back in the day, a model would present a book, or we would have to send pictures, via via mail or whatever it was. But now it's real time, and agencies can see the models.
At a touch of a button.
Exactly. We can get agencies onto the models very, very quickly.
Okay. So do you work with models that are like not from Zimbabwe, like from other nationalities, say South Africa, Ghana?
We do represent some of the models that are not Zimbabwean, but we tend to sign our models onto agencies. So what we would do is we would groom the models, but because I'm not there, I will sign them to another bigger agency once they have that potential. So we are obviously like getting the models moving on to bigger agencies as well, and we will sign them through to another agency.
All right, so Karin, where do people find you? Where would one get in touch with you? Be social media or where?
So our social media handles are at Top Model Zimbabwe. You can catch us on Instagram or on Facebook, and our contact details are on there as well.
So thank you for coming here, Karin. It was a pleasure having you here from Top Model Agency. At this moment, we're going to be joined by a guest, a beloved guest, who's going to be receiving a little bit of touch-up on makeup from our in-house makeup artist. This is Tafara for The Morning Wave. Thank you. In these streets, Miss Mexico Andrea Meza was crowned Miss Universe at the 69th annual pageant, which was delayed last year due to COVID-19. The competition was held in Florida, USA, and was hosted by the 2012 Miss Universe Olivia Culpo and featured a performance by Louis Fonzi. So today on the show, I was joined by the lovely Karin Coric from Top Model Agency, and she was telling us briefly of her journey into the modeling industry and beyond Africa, not just in Zimbabwe, even into Europe. But before I sign out, I am going to leave you watching the results of the makeup artistry done on Rumbi by our in-house makeup artist, Karin. I am Tafara Ndaguta, Mukasaguta Kufara, reporting for The Morning Wave. Peace.
Thank you, Tafara. And still in the spirit of modeling and makeup, I have a guest with me today, and I'm going to be doing a bit of makeup on her. Her name is Rumbi. Rumbi, how are you?
Fine. How are you too?
So I'm curious, when did you first put on makeup? At what age?
I started doing my makeup at 16.
16? I have no clue about makeup at that age. And what do you like? What do you like putting on your face? What do you usually do?
I usually do my brows, my foundation, and a little bit of my shadows.
Oh, okay. So I can only guess that you've never had your makeup done professionally.
I have never.
Okay, so it's the day we change that today. So I'm just going to be doing a bit of makeup on you. Is that okay? All right, let's do this.
Every day, Susanna, Susanna. Ndiwe wanitomora bure. Ndiwe waninoda makuseni. You the one I want. Pretty little painting, baby, you so fine. Can I be the one to blow your mind? Chitekete, chisika nanditerere. Pinda neni mudendere. You are my type, you are my vibe, yeah, yeah. Can I be the one to blow your mind? Can I be the one to hold you down? Can I be the one? Suzi unochururuka. Ona chembere zino pururuza. Them niggas in the streets pano nyunguduka. Danga katamwa ndachosununguka. Yeah. Mai vangu vachafara vachapururuza. Yeah. Tete vangu vachafara vachawumburuka. Yeah, man, I heard that he broke your heart last night. That he made you feel like a fool. That he broke your heart last night. But I saw you walking past me. I saw you walking past me, Susanna. You were looking so fresh to death. My baby Susanna, Susanna. Ndiwe wanitomora bure. Ndiwe waninoda makuseni. You the one I want every day. Susanna, Susanna. Ndiwe wanitomora bure. Ndiwe waninoda makuseni. You the one I want every day, yeah. Suzi unochururuka. Ona chambere dzinopururudza. Them niggas in the streets pano nyunguduka. Danga ndakatamwa ndatosununguka. Yeah. That petty nigga aikushungurudza. Iwe. mai vangu vachafara vachaumburuka. Susana, Susana, ndiwe wanditomora bure, ndiwe wandinoda makuseni. You the one I want every day.